to lose your heart. You don't. You need to just lead it better. You need to stop giving everybody access to the parts of you that they didn't earn. You need to stop over-explaining yourself to people who already decided how they want to see you. Stop doing this stuff. You need to stop trying to prove your worth to people who benefited from you doubting it. And that's where you've been losing, right there. You've been trying to be understood by people who were comfortable misunderstanding you, right? You've been trying to keep the peace with people who only know how to create chaos. And we need to stop this stuff. It's destroying us. It's destroying us slowly. You've been trying to hold on to the connections that only survive when you're the one doing all the work, and you know it. And it's taxing your body. And now you know you're super exhausted, wondering why it feels so one-sided. And I'll tell you why it feels so one-sided. Because it is. And instead of you accepting that and adjusting, you kept overcompensating. Thinking that if you gave just a little bit more, you loved a little bit harder, you stayed just a little bit longer, that maybe they would meet you there. But they didn't. They didn't. And now you're at a breaking point where you're starting to realize something real. Access to you is a privilege, not a right. And that's the shift right there. That's the so-called selfishness that you've been scared of. It's not selfish to choose peace over people who drain you. It's not selfish. It's not selfish to say no without explaining your whole life story. That's not selfish. It's not selfish to take a step back from people who only show up when they need something. Don't do it. It's not selfish to stop answering every call, every text, every emotional demand just because you can. You've been trained to feel guilty for choosing yourself. That's why I know it. But let me tell you the truth. The people who benefited from your lack of boundaries will always make you feel like your growth is selfish. I'll tell you that right now. Of course they will. Because the version of you that had no standards was convenient. The version of you that always said yes was easy to access. The version of you that tolerated everything was comfortable for them. But that version of you is costing you your peace. It's costing you your focus, your energy, your purpose. And at some point, you got to decide, do I keep being liked or do I start being respected? That's what you got to decide. Because those don't always come at the same time. And some of you are so afraid of being misunderstood that you keep explaining yourself in exhaustion, not realizing that the people who value you don't require constant explanation.